What's good? What's good? What's good, beautiful people? It's your main man, Big G, and I'm coming at you all the way live today. We have a special guest in the building. I'll be having a online conversation, in-depth conversation with my good friend Melvin Farmer. Give Melvin the opportunity to come into the platform here, and then we're gonna get into a little conversation about pretty much everything that's going on in his life, and everything that he wants you to know about. So let me get myself situated here, and we're gonna get this thing started. Today's the day. If you've registered for the masterclass, the social media masterclass, I will see you in the private Zoom call later on. You should already have your links to join me, and we're gonna have a good time tonight talking about YouTube, monetization, and building your platform, and expanding e-commerce, and some other caveats of how to make this thing work for yourself. All right. So if you give me a moment, I'm gonna stop talking here because I need to get some technical stuff out the way. All right. And I will be back with you shortly. So give you an opportunity to just take a look at me. And we'll give Melvin an opportunity to come into the room as well. There we go. Make sure everything is good. There we go. There we go. Let's get this thing going. Mm-hmm. Melvin.
Hold on, I can't see myself. Hey, what? Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Let me sit there right there. Let me know how you see me, Galen.
Yeah. Can you turn it sideways? Can you turn your phone sideways, Mel?
I gotta get it. I'm ready. I can't see.
Uh-oh. You done dropped off, Melvin. We'll get Melvin back here in just a minute. Yeah. We'll get him back shortly. There we go. There you go. You good, Mel?
I'm straight.
Okay, you can turn your phone sideways so we can fill up the screen.
You still can't see me?
No, I can see you, but I want you to turn your phone sideways. Flip it horizontal.
Like that? Hold on. Because I'm packing.
Okay.
Get this set
No, no. Well, put it back how you had it. Put it back how you had it. For some reason, it's not.
No, they're going to be sideways. It'll go that way. Oh, wait a minute. I might have to turn my rotation on.
There you go. Up. There you go.
Now let me try. Hold up. There you go. See how hold on.
Now we're cooking with some fish grease, Mel.
Yeah, see? Now, let me take my little puff and I'll be ready and we're going to fuck some shit up. How about that, Gator? I better like this shit up fucking with Melvin motherfucking Farmer.
Yes, indeed.
Well, hey.
Let me ask you this. Did you share the link on your Facebook? So it'll be live on your Facebook as well?
What I do? What do I do?
All you gotta do is
you mean that picture you sent me or the link thing? Did you send me two or one?
I sent you one, but I'm gonna send you the link so you can put it up on your
page. No, I put it on my page and I don't want to look back. Look on my page. You can look and see. Look and see. That way, look and see right quick while I take a smoke break and give me a water.
All right.
Did you look?
Yeah, I'm about to send it. I'm about to post it on your I'm about to paste it to your page here in just a second.
Yeah, Galen, he got a problem, Galen. Hey, and you really ain't heard nothing about him saying nothing about it. And I know he know because that other girl tried to get with my buddy. And I told him, let her marinate. What time is it, Galen?
We good. It's
Oh, I got to go out of town. I go out of town. I leave at 9:20. That's what I tell him.
Okay, we'll be done way before then.
No hurry, but I'm gonna be leaving. I want to be done if we start at say 7:40. Only give them a little bit, Galen. Let them create a storyline. Let it build.
Right. Right.
So let's do about 30 minutes, because I'm leaving
Okay.
out of here at about 8:45
Okay.
to
I
get where
can't
I
see
gotta
you.
go.
I can't see you. I can't see your face. There you go. Now I can see you.
Yeah, I'm
I
doing.
want them to see you.
I'm smoking right quick.
Oh, okay. 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 Well, get your smoke on, Mel, and then
I
we're
am.
gonna get into it.
I don't think George Sanders. I don't like what they do to him. Not what they do to him. He is he too arrogant, and you ain't earned shit. Earn it, nigga. Quit talking. I'm gonna bust him for supporting Charleston White. Then I'm gonna Then I'm gonna have CJ swing to me. They're gonna make CJ the voice of the NFL because his daddy in jail, and one of his charges is rape. And I told him, so help me God, young man, I will ruin your name to where you'll be controversy because they're gonna follow me because Charleston White is in trouble. I promise you,
Mhm.
y'all niggas, y'all it's gonna be appalling. It really is. Y'all don't want to pay the nigga, and I'm gonna break him. That's gonna hurt him. Cause it's gonna
Yeah.
take a lot of money for an attorney. I'm ready, Gabe.
Mhm. Yeah.
Did you
So you,
paste it on me?
yeah, it's on the
Uh,
page. It's on your page. It's on your page. All they have to do is just hit the link, and it'll open up for them. It's on your page. It's underneath the flyer that I sent. So let's get into it, Mel. I'm here with my brother Melvin Farmer. For those of you who may not know, and you're right now currently in California. You told me that you was gonna be in Memphis here pretty soon.
yeah.
Um,
And
okay,
Mississippi. Don't forget my granddaughter at Jackson State.
playing soccer. That's right. Credible messenger, good friend, and we're just gonna have a conversation. We're gonna talk about a few things. We're gonna let you get some things off your chest because a lot of nonsense has been happening. So let me start here. I met you a while back, and I did a little research, um, going through different videos on YouTube where I saw you, talking, having different interviews, and it looked like initially you and the gentleman, what's the man's name, Charleston White, were actually friends initially. So give me a little background about that, and let's see where this takes us.
Well, at the beginning, and in fact, he was going up under the moniker Nat Turner. I didn't know him from a can of paint. And a lot of people come to Los Angeles, they call it checking in or whatever. But St. Andrews Park is a pretty historical place when it comes to the history of the Crips. That was where they basically met all through the years, and it's synonymous with the original birthplace of the Crips in Los Angeles. That's where Tookie and them wrong, where I played baseball and stuff and so forth like that. So anyway, in fact, I got the video still where you'll see Charleston White. He came to me with overalls, cowboy boots, and a hat on. And yeah, he walked up to me at St. Andrews. Yeah, uh, I admire you. You the only gang member I know that don't brag about gangs, and I want to meet you, and I want to manage you. That was his exact words. He ain't said nothing. He wasn't no gang member, none of that shit. Or else he
What,
wouldn't even. So, huh?
what you mean he wanted to manage you? Make me understand that. He wanted to manage you.
He was admiring me where he came to meet me. You'll hear it on the video. I came
Uh-huh.
to meet you because we can't do nothing without y'all because y'all been there and done back. This is the exact statement. And y'all can reach back to the youth. That's what he told me. And I already knew it because he's mocking me, sounding like me. Like everything he say he do, and there's been no proof, no more different than 40 extra talking about he fighting the county jail. I ain't seen him throw a punch. We hear this out their mouth. And y'all fit to learn a lesson of cheap talk. And everyone from, say, Cheese, Vlad TV, all those academics, uh, 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 Big Court, Boss Talk, $1 million No Game, all of them know who I am, but everybody blackball me. The government blackball me, shadow me. I have no Instagram. I have no social media outlets. I'm deactivated. Nothing. I don't even look at it. So I deal with what I deal with on the street. So after that, we started talking still. This isn't about, I'll send you the 3-minute tape where you can show them later on.
Okay.
So now I say, yeah, man, and we start talking, we having fun, and everybody liked him there. He got an inside seat. So when you heard him at the beginning, all they do is sit at the park. That's not what be going on there. That's a big time park where they will come shoot it up. We got around the clock surveillance because we protect the community. Just like when y'all seen that video where I had to lay somebody out. We out here in these streets where it's about. In fact, Galen, remember the other day we was talking 2 days ago, and right when I walked out, I walked right into the murdering call, told you the man killed his wife. Remember?
Yeah.
About that.
And
Remember
then
I told you.
and then not too long after that, something else had happened.
Killed the next less than 12 hours, 50 feet later, where I went out there to go to the store. They don't beat him and killed him with pipes. Ain't nobody talking about that. So anyway, I said, man, I kind of like you. Let's manage each other. Now, whatever year Nipsey Hussle, that's 2019, I'm the one, Charleston White didn't know nobody. I got him in there. I walked in with Steve LaBelle, the leaders of the Rolling 60s, Farrakhan, and I walked with Big Sam when they came and walked to sit in the front. Everybody in the world seen me. And then he went and sat in the rafters with Raymond Washington's daughter, Rashonda, and smoked weed, and he took down the page, but you would see the pictures where he happier than a punk in a Peter tree. He didn't even know who Nipsey was to be running his mouth. Let me tell you what else he was part of. He was part of the night Nipsey got killed, where me, a Rolling 60, and Babalu from Pyru had to have a powwow to stop the circulation of the 8-tray gangsters doing it. He took the pictures. He's nothing but a cameraman. So then he started coming up. He say, man, I hear, he told me he never been to jail because he can carry a weapon. And I say, man, you don't have no record? He say, no. I say, I could get you a job. That's how he got the job. And he raped the girl there 30 days later because he quit.
Hold up, wait. Hold up. Back up. He what? He did what?
He raped a lady there. That's why he got fired in 30 days. But because she didn't press charges, which a lot of people do, like the girl Shalonda Price's cousin he raped, people don't want to relive that. That's what people don't understand. I'm on several organizations where we look for child pedophiles. So after that, I say, hey, man, you going shopping, spending too much money. I'm going to take you to the fashion district and put you up on some game where you can sell these knockoffs and shit and go live and ship that shit to wherever that shit they were calling Zone 6. Look at his page if it's still up, Nat Turner. I did that. Now, I got him on the show with Alex Alonso, and you'll see the video where he praising Tookie and me. Then all of a sudden he think he king shit, but he's hiding a secret. He's a pedophile, had snitched in the case, and he was hiding. He never said nothing about that. Yes, sir.
Let me ask you this. Now, is this alleged or is this a proven situation that's supported by court documentation?
Which one?
The fact that you just said that he was a pedophile.
Oh, you ain't got to worry about it. I'll be in Memphis and we'll be in court. In a minute, I won't even be talking about it. The paperwork, in fact, look on my page and read it. In fact, why don't y'all ask Charleston White? He answer every other question. I bet he won't say nothing because anything he say here and any interviews he do where he lied, because see, I'm getting him and taking him to federal court because he went to another school in Memphis. See, this ain't the only one. I've been on him 2 years. I'm an investigator, and when I get on your ass, y'all forget he lied and say he didn't snitch, and there's no record. He owed me $20,000, and I'm gonna sue No Cheese for breach of contract on their show. So he ass is coming because he said you couldn't prove it, but what he didn't know, the other two, Doolittle and the other one, by the way, where he go to the victim service and make them stay in because they know he got raped in prison, juvenile hall. I knew they got tried as adults. So me being an investigator, no, I just go pull their record up and his shit gonna be not redacted. But you remember, they all said it wasn't him. Then y'all let that go. But it ain't nothing about him snitching. We're dealing where I'm getting justice for Shalandra Price and a girl where I'm finna go to Memphis where Charleston, he'll go to timeline. He flew there. The name of the school is Sherwood Elementary. The name of the principal is Phillips. And what happened, somebody sent me a link where he was going live and something happened where they escorted him off the school. A couple of days later, I see him. He can't help it. See, a pedophile is not the same as a rapist. A pedophile has a addiction to younger children. That's why he started off with the work to children. When he caught on that I knew that he was a fake, that's when he said, fuck the children in Dallas. I'm not working with him. That's because when you get caught like that at an elementary or middle school, you go in the school system around the nation and you never go on the campus. And I bet you can't get him booked. So anyway, he only mentioned the principal, bragging like I went to the school, but he didn't name the name. And that's when I took the picture of the school, tracked it down through the tile on the floor, and I called him and I say, how you let Charleston White come to a school where he say, fuck black children, fuck Martin Luther King, I raped the kids, I jacked off, I fucked little white kids. He threw the word white, because if he had said I raped white kids, you'd say, asked him the common question of journalism is who, what, when, where, and why. The 5 W's of the game. That's all it takes. You asked him why. And then, so no, let me finish, Galen. So you understand this ain't the only charge. He's a serial one too. But because he crossed state lines with, I think, intent to create a situation to where he could inappropriately touch a child, I'm going to get him federally in court because the principal for the first 3 days we called said he wasn't even there. So he has another case. His former press publicist, she quit. She worked for the State Department. Her ass gonna get subpoenaed because she got away from him what she felt it was inappropriate things he was doing. Ma B told you at the beginning he's aggressive toward children. So that's how that went on this. Yeah, I have paperwork, and you will see this is not opinions. I never talk about nothing where it's debate. It's no rebuttals. He will be in court, and he probably gonna get arrested.
So you'd sent me a video for me to examine. Now that was Shalandra Price doing an interview, and she was talking about the experience that she had, what she had gone through. Can you give me a little background on that?
Hold on, I might can read it verbatim. Hold on. Hey, I can pretty much know I'm pretty good at remembering key points. She said,
so give me the key points. Yeah.
I'm pretty good at key points, the narrator, because I can remember what it say in my head because I can picture the thing. It said, Underwrite Price said that who goes on television, he must have went on recently because the video was aired around March 25th. In fact, Charleston White will call in and have his staff and crew complain about it to YouTube or whatever, and it got pulled. That's what he do. There's a lot of people coming out, but he does that. That's what he does. He go call and complain about community standards, Galen. So that's what he did. But T. Wall, that's who interviewed him, called me and said, hey, man. In fact, Boss Talk sent me the video, but that's all he did. But when he sent it to me, I took it as a true video confession because I had learned when I was going to court as an advisor with Big Dirt, in his case, which you know I go to court for, I knew about the video confession, which made him have to get indicted. That's what made me think this nigga don't did a video confession and flip the white when it's really the true story of his life. It's what he telling y'all. When he go to saying I rape women, they should. That's what he does. So anyway, what were you? Oh, the point. So she say, look at the timeline. November 19th, 1998, Charleston White was released from TYC, Texas Youth Center. That's what she said, verbatim. And I was 10 or 11 years old. Charleston White was 20, 21. And he started off funneling me inappropriately and raped me. DNA was found, confirmed it was him. PTO, a protective order, was placed on Charleston White with his signature in District Court of Tarrant County. And March 19th, such and such. That's what it say when you see the video. So, a complaint, but what his mother, the most worst woman in the world, an enabler. Y'all look at her as mother's love. I look at it as enabler. Y'all look at him snitching as survival. I look at it as betrayal. Now, there's no getting around this. I've said for 3 years, how many other people been hurt? Let's look at it. All of a sudden, he go to catching pedophiles on his show. That's so you will be thrown off. You can't fool me, Galen. We got one. This is the Black Pee Wee Herman, and every black ought to be appalled. I'm talking about Kanye West. You put him on your post. Kevin Gates, you hugged up with him. Mayweather, Say Cheese, and all y'all need to get that money back that y'all gave him to victims of sexual violence. In fact, I'm going to make a law called the Charleston White Anti-Pedophile Bill to where whenever they go on any of these bootleg podcasts without like an infomercial, you're going to sign a paper that say I've never been charged, suspected, or convicted of being about a minor. How about that? And because I work for Credible Messengers and we go to the White House, I'm going to inform Trump of this leak and the breach of oversight when it comes to social media. So it ain't just stopping. I'm a bona fide boss. I've done several iPhones. In fact, everything he say he do, I might charge his ass with identity theft because I do it. I got a movie out. And you're going to always hear the word I because I'm an introvert. And until we do something, it's I, me, or we. And that's what happened. So she has legitimate, and she could sue him. She can come back and sue him. And what's going to happen, everybody going to come out to woodworks that's been hiding him because he think he can't shit a turd either. Now I'm going to pull the mask off this charade. And by the way, let's talk about my son, because I've never have, and I don't want to hear that shit because he lied about that. You know, they say the papers, you got audio and video and print, and they can twist words. My son had 19 cases, got found guilty of 13, sexual assault, and they'll say rape. But let me tell you how rape go. And I'm going to use C.J. Stroud because I'm going to defend his father. All he did was touch the lady, a smoker, and he got a life sentence out here. But to everybody else, he raped. No, that's bullshit, and that got him 25 years. So I'm gonna get that taken. My son never raped nobody. You can have a rape charge for eating a woman sexually against her will. You can have a rape charge where it's classified where you make her do oral sex. I read it. Y'all need to read the laws. Y'all don't understand them and y'all jump on it. The victims range from 90 to 24 years old. And by the way, there were 5 defendants involved because the girl who was a Korean was working in an exclusive area where she was doing in-home care and they were robbing everybody. 5 of them. Why none of them in jail? Because I made Melvin, you do the crime, you do the time. I say the girl is pregnant. You did it. You was the ringleader. Your ass sucking it up. And I made him take the deal. See, I'm not an enabler. And I made him. And everybody else gone home. I told him, you ride to be. So then he called me. And don't forget, my son was the #1 basketball player. So we getting that jacket off of him. And don't forget, I got 2 daughters that play pro soccer, one at your school, Jackson State. I got another daughter, a doctor. My family, fine. I'm fine. Let's look at Charleston White. His mother's the most, she need to be on the back of a milk cart. She knew he was a pedophile. That's why there's no court records. They worked it out to where the girl was only 11 years old. So she had no decision making. They worked out a deal, Galen, to where he didn't go to court. But now she can bring it up and sue him, and she will, because she's going to get questioned. And we'll find out if she was lying, because I'm going off of her. But with the other one, he did that one. And I know other ones that they're going to come for. So I went and reacting off of that one.
So, Melvin, you said this happened when she was 11 years old.
19. He was 21. He just had got out of jail. So he been living with the lie. And all of them in Texas know he did it. Ain't nobody. And a telltale sign, he ain't saying it didn't happen because it'll be used against him. I dare him to. Everybody, y'all tell Charleston White to do it. Have him on your show, man.
No, I'm not gonna have him on my show. I don't even deal with him like that.
He is offer it to him, and he ain't coming. He ain't gonna come. We give him extension when he come on. He ain't got to come. And let him explain his thing. I give it to him. See, y'all don't let other people give their side of the story in front of each other. No, we gonna do it the right way. I the offer, because I'm gonna use your show and your platform where every week we're gonna keep it on their mind, and I'm gonna bring the other ones here to let them tell their story. So no, I'm not there.
What's the statute? Is there a statute of limitation when it comes to that situation in particular?
Hey, there's no law in America that a white man make that they can't be broke. If Einstein, whatever, Epstein was still alive, his ass would be getting out. Remember that. There's no law in America where a white man wrote the law where he won't make the law so he can get out. That's why you have all these laws. So you got Bill Cosby. They went back from an era where they did it without being raped. I was doing that era. That's a bad jacket on Bill Cosby. Do you know Bill Cosby is the reason they have black stuntmen in the movie industry? When he was playing I Spy, I was playing basketball with his first stunt double ever in the history of black entertainment named Mr. Brown. His son name is Russell Brown, the #7 assist leader from Arizona. That was my point guard when I was the #1 basketball player in this city. And you know that. And Bill Cosby said, I'm not going to let the white man play me as a double. And that's when he was in I Spy, the #1 show. Julia and Mark Capage, they didn't have a lot of blacks in entertainment in the 60s. And that man did that. So there's a lot of history I have with that. So they booked him. They gone back, and I see all y'all suing all these blacks for shit, exposing them. So why not? She can come back because she didn't have a chance to make a decision. Now on the tape, you'll hear her say, I've lived with this all my life. I'm traumatized. So just like they made the 3 strikes law retroactive to where what I did in the 70s got me 25, 30 years like C.J. Stroud and other ones for nonviolent offenses. I've written initiatives up under political action committees called PAL when I wrote the 2003 strike initiative where we had a ballot with Valerie Monroe, the NAACP, Jesse Jackson, Maxine Ward, orders. I've written laws. So I will create the anti-this, and we'll go back to when I started lobbying. Well, I'm going to let you remember his name forever as the anti-Charleston White, anti-pedophile crime bill. And it's going to start with these social medias where they let him do it and then didn't do nothing about it. See, it's a new age and era of video confessions. These guys up here for sound bites and likes are risking their life, like a lot of them on these shows in California. They don't tell you their asses get lit up afterwards, where their friends be getting shot or other people be getting indicted from on there. They don't tell you all this, because if I told you the other shit that go on here, none of them, you don't see Whack 100 in the streets. He can't come. He's a fake Pyru talking about Crips. And that's why he went to talk to Charleston White. Hey, man, because it's his video that's going to be used where Charleston White first did it on Clubhouse. So they conspired. Charleston, they need to boycott Whack 100. And Whack 100 can't speak on it. And he talking about the sex indictment of the Hoovers when Loose Cannon got knocked out. I broke that story. So I said, you getting real information from me. And I'm not like this. I went to Little Dirt Court and I had to tell his daddy I can't come no more, else I wouldn't be a fair arbitrator. You know why? Because nobody talking about the little girl that's sitting with all the police where one of her family members died, where he's suspected of killing it. And I'm weighing this and I'm looking there. And I say, after the interview I did with Rolling Stone, who talking up for her? That's what y'all look at the light. You have to be fair. Now, I want to know how that young girl feel. That's what I've seen in the court while I'm looking at Little Dirt smiling. I'm looking at Finland, the same one for NBA, and they're discussing young NBA about how he on house arrest in Utah, and they could do the same thing with private security. I'm right there. So y'all read.
So tell me this, Melvin. How? Because you brought Wack's name up. How did Wack what is it? Whack $1, Whack 100. What is his name?
Whack $1, a snitch.
Okay, so how did he get into the mix of this shit?
Because Charleston White called him on Clubhouse, and they argued when Charleston White first said he raped white women. White. This is his exact statement. He raped white little girls and little boys when I was little, and we ran soul trains on grown women. And I think every woman should be raped. It's a need a good raping. That's what he said. Every black woman and bitch need a good raping. He ain't lying. He raped a woman here. He's raped several times. This is your push is to. Let me clarify it. In other words, the answer what Wack got to do with it legally and morally. Legally, his ass will be in court because the video belonged to Clubhouse. He's gonna have to authenticate that it's true. Same way with any of them get indicted. The hosts go and meet with the police, and all of them are 1099 to where you can't sue the host. Y'all getting played like a homeless pimps. That's what happens. So he will be in court and he can't go to discussing it no more. That's why his punk ass won't talk about this, but we'll talk about a sex case where they indicted him on Figueroa. But don't forget, when Aja Brown, I told her Marvin, a 14-year-old girl was shot 5 times in the head and kidnapped and killed in the sex trade, Charleston White said, I'm glad she got killed. And these niggas got money. Fuck everybody that showed it. And you know what, Galen? I hear him say, and all y'all have died for something. I'm on parole for 3 counts of attempted murder, serving an 83-year sentence from Georgia for 5 white police, two women, 3 Gwinnett police, and they called me a nigger, and I ran them all down.
So let me ask you this, Mel. Because you had mentioned this here. You talked about the Hoover sex trafficking case. Why is the Hoover's name being brought into this? What does Hoover have to do anything with this when in fact you got individuals that may have been affiliated with the gang, but you have particular individuals, but the feds or the state dubbed it the Hoover sex trafficking situation. Tell me about that. Because I'm a little bit confused on that. Maybe you can.
Well, since us and Hoovers are allies, what they do is usually when you're doing things of that nature, it's a state level case, and you can't get the RICO Act. And they say, by the way, the investigation started from gleaning on social media, just like Bootsy and all the other ones that go to jail. They starts off with the investigations off the internet. They'll throw the gang allegations in there because uh, the Crips, you have to make them federal, you have to use the name, or else you won't be able to get them, because usually when you're committing a crime like this, they aren't crossing state lines. That's the difference. That's why they use the name, because you have three street gangs that are classified in America: Crips and Bloods, Hells Angels, and it's one more. The Mexican Mafia. The Mexican Mafia, because they are a prison gang and have structure, rules, they go to the feds. The the Hells Angels, everything they do, they go to the feds because of their structure. Crips are organized, but they're from the streets, and Bloods, but there's no structure, and they create a low level of street level crime. So they bring in the Hoover Crip to make it organized to where they got more than three. Now you got a federal conspiracy. It's important that they put the gang title on them because of that. Then you got underages. You got the Hobbs Act. But that's how they turn it from a state to a federal case. In Charleston White case, he crossed state lines with intent. That's the number one thing in federal court as opposed to state court. A preponderance of evidence above or beyond a reasonable doubt. Nola contendere, guilty, not guilty, Alfred plea. And we're going to get to the Alfred plea and settle this once and for all, because I'm up under the Alfred plea from my Georgia plea that's only given the 6-foot sentence any felony case in America. 3 states don't even give it to you because it's very hard, and it's admitting that the state don't have you. They just got enough preponderance. So with federal cases with this, all you have to do is prove a conspiracy, which starts with intent. And that's why law enforcement can get away with killing, say, George Floyd to Pink Floyd, because when they wake up in the morning, they don't go into a job where they go and say, oh, I know today I'm going to make 100 toys. They go into a job with no expectation of coming home. Really, they don't, because you don't know what you're going to run into. So that's why you hear them say in the court of law, it looked, it appeared, I feared. That means they thought they life, and that's how come they get around with killing these blacks and others with impunity. So it's very important. That's why they do that. Galen, that's how they do it, to have to get him, to get them as a criminal street gang. They have to elevate that and prove that.
Okay. Well, look, Melvin, you didn't give me a whole bunch that I need to go back, research, do a deep dive on. We're gonna have to get you back, like you said, week to week, so we can sit there and follow this thing out, and really talk it all the way out to make sure that we have some clarity in the situation. Because there again, if people are getting paid on these platforms, because I don't pay nobody to come on my platforms, that. So if people are getting paid on these platforms and they're active pedophiles, and I can't, I mean, this is new information to me. And whenever you bring me information, I mean, you and I are friends, so I believe what you're telling me. We're going to do a deep dive into it and see if we can actually put a stop to the bullshit, because it's really bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to do this. I don't use that word lightly. The man, I'm confident. I'm 1,000. In fact, I don't have to. Let's
Yeah.
just let it go. I'm so confident. And you know it's true because Charleston White is not responding. That
Mhm.
lets you know it's true, bro.
Right.
Everybody.
Right.
That lets you
You had a
know.
video. You had a recent video that you did on your page, on your Facebook page, that reached almost up to 1 million some odd views when you were talking about it, and there was no response or feedback from that.
Mhm. But no, that was a great, and I want to thank everybody. But no, Galen, they have 1.5K shares at 10,000 a share. That's 1.5 million people capable. I'm at 180,000 views, and this ain't nothing but a 58-second reel. So
Right.
people, uh, Carlos in Memphis, he's running his show every week where he wants. So we're creating a coalition, and it's gonna be some whole deep finding. And I don't take pleasure in this. And people are gonna learn to not only they're gonna respect my name, my family legacy, but they're gonna see who Melvin Farmer is. I'm a boss. I'm a boss, and I
Mhm.
protect children, and I protected Charleston White. Don't forget, he said he was gonna get killed. And I saved his life with a phone call. I looked out for the little fella, but just like I brought him in the game, I'm sorry, Galen. The man is a rapist. I can't fuck with him, and he's going. And I feel no remorse. Look at the 32 years where he told on somebody. Look at the girl who darkened and shadowed her life. There's no pity for him. The man is a buster, and he did it, and he works with other races like African and Asians that don't like Black Americans, so they don't care. But let me find out that that's what they do. I'm gonna ask that they be deported because they knew he did it. And I'm gonna ask anybody that's around him, I'm gonna get their ass deported. And I have the weight to do it because we work with credible messenger. And Clinton Lacey is appointed by any president. They go to the White House every 2 weeks.
Mhm.
He in trouble.
Okay.
And I
All right. All
so
right.
that's it. But
Okay.
see, here's one more. I'm fit to go, but I want you
Yeah.
to say this. Let's start talking about what I'm doing now. Like I'm fit to go where racial Mexicans jumped on a black kid in Tulare County, and it's 8:15. I'll be there. Here go one where I'm talking Ben Crum and Christopher Darden on this one because of that, where they jumped on this youth in the school and didn't do nothing. Catch me there and watch that. In fact, we're going to go live there. I'll call you back. I got to get ready to hit the highway. Later.
All right, man. Later. Mm. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. You heard it here first. Sitting down, chopping it up with my brother Melvin Farmer. There was a lot to unbox and put into and put it to context. But there again, I'm gonna start having my brother Melvin Farmer on here with me, just to go over some of the things that he's experiencing. He's boots on the ground out there in California right now. He's traveling to Memphis to go do some investigative reporting on some topics. And like I said, it's news to me. It's news to me. So all I can do as the messenger is bring it to you. We sit there and we ingest it, and we sit there and make active decisions in terms of how we handle it as a community, as a people. Um, and I'm not gonna hold you too much longer because I've been on here for a good 49 minutes, and you guys know what it is with me. As always, beautiful people, it's about health, wealth, and wellness. Stay